If you want to become the most abundant version of you, it is more about letting go than it is about letting in. It is about letting go of the lack mentality. It may be letting go of scarcity, of believing that money is bad, on believing that a 9-to-5 job is what feels normalized and safe. And in this video, I want to show you how I went from working a 9-to-5 job, selling women's shoes, in this mentality of a 9-to-5 job going mentality, seeing myself, thinking, feeling, acting equal to a 9-to-5 job I did not like, to then me becoming a millionaire within just a few short years. And what I want to do is show you the energetic shifts that I had to make in order for me to be in that energy and to create inside-out transformation. The things I share in this video are much more about the energy of money. There's not going to be just one little habit you do. You get up at 6 o'clock every morning and then you focus on this. It's more of an energy. And if you adopt some of the principles I'm going to share with you, you will look back in 6 months from now and see that you live in a completely new reality, embodying a completely new energy, and that you feel more in your power and that you are more abundant than you have ever been. Now, first off, let me share with you that a lot of times, one of the things that I see holds so many people back from actually being abundant is that their viewpoint is that it is not spiritual to be abundant. And back in 2012, when I went through my awakening, I had all these beliefs. I was like, the money's not backed by gold. There's these elite people controlling things. And I thought that literally to have money was evil. I thought that also to be the kind of person that has money meant I wasn't a spiritual person. And one of the things that I think holds us back is that focusing on money is that money is a side effect. Understand this. Ultimately, money is as neutral as a marker, okay? But even watching this right now, there's a little thought experiment for you to do, because you're going to feel different emotions in your body based on what I show you, okay? We'll all agree this marker is pretty neutral, right? We don't really give it positive meaning, negative meaning. It's a neutral thing. Now, if I were to say this marker is a very special marker, anything you write with this marker, you're going to be able to manifest in your life. And my grandma gave me this marker, and then I created my dream life using this marker. And you're like, oh my God, this has so much meaning now. If you believe in it, right? If you believe what I said. Then I could get this crystal right here. This crystal is a citrine mixed with something else. I forget. It looks like black tourmaline. I think it's ametrine. I think it's amethyst and citrine mixed. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Actually, it's some yellow. I bought this a long time ago. It's a good crystal, though. Good crystal. I'm telling you that. You should believe it. It's a high vibrational crystal. It's so spiritual. It's the abundance frequency. Having this crystal will help you manifest whatever you want just because of the energetic structure of it. Well, if you believe that, that may be something that, oh, it's so spiritual. I'm going to meditate with it. It's going to activate my third eye, right? You maybe agree with that. Maybe you don't. Maybe that triggers you because you're like, dude, I don't believe in crystals. Then I take this right here. Okay? We all know what this is. Even if you don't live in the United States, you probably know what money is, right? This right here. Now, a lot of times what we can do is we can say, this right here, very spiritual. This right here, ugh, I don't want that. This is, you know how many people, how many dirty things this has been? You know what people had to do to get this? You know what kind of person you are if you have this? Icky, dirty. But this, oh my God, it's so spiritual. This is so high vibe. I could just feel the vibration coming off of it. Now, when it comes to energy, recognize this about energy. What I'm telling you to do is to have more of a mentality of understanding that all money is energy. That's it. Everyone's focused on the getting of the money. I want the money. I want the money. Give me the money so I can pay my bills. I need it for survival. Aaron, what are you talking about? Money, money, money. Or it's money is ew. It's money. I want to be spiritual. I want to ascend. I want to be connected to God. And you can't have one. You can't have both. Well, what I'm saying is that you don't want that. What you want to become aware of is either way, either you're putting it on a pedestal and making it amazing and high and spiritual, or you might be putting it on the ground and making it not spiritual and dirty. Either way, you will block it. Now think of it as money as like a person, right? Think of money as a person. If money was a person and you're like, oh my God, you're so amazing. Oh, you're so incredible. I just want you. I want you so bad. Oh, I want you. The money's going to want to go away from you. Now imagine you judge money. You're dirty. You're disgusting. You make me sick. It's going to go away from you, right? If you idolize it, it goes away from you. If you talk down to it, it goes away to you. It goes away from you because of the energy. Just like if you're around a person, you're like, you're the most amazing thing ever. I like you so much. It's going to be like this, right? But if you're also like, you're a piece of blah, 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 like they're also going to be repelled away from you. So the key and the reason I'm sharing this with you is if you feel triggered by seeing some guy on YouTube with long hair with money, then there's some energy inside of you that's coming up to the surface to be looked at, because that energy, that trigger inside of you is what's blocking money from coming into your life. Because the truth is, this is no more spiritual or unspiritual than this crystal. Just we give it meaning. We give it different. We say the crystalline structure and this is so much more spiritual. We're spiritual beings having a spiritual experience on earth. Everything is a neutral thing that we give meaning. Now, the game changer for me when I sold when I was working that 9-to-5 job selling shoes, I want to share with you some of the things that changed everything about me moving from lack mentality into abundance. Now, the first thing is I realized that this is more about energy than it is about money. When people have trouble spending money, right? They spend lots of money and they can't hold on to money. It's an energy resource problem. There's an energy resource imbalance. And back in the day when I was abundant, or before I was abundant, I was afraid to look at my bank accounts. I was afraid to see low amount in there or negative amount. I would hardly ever look into my bank account. And that was because I was afraid. It was almost like a shadow thing that I was afraid to look at. Now, what you want to become aware of, though, is that it's energy, and managing energy is the thing you want to become aware of. Now, when I went on YouTube back in 2017, I went from working a 9-to-5 job I did not like to still working a 9-to-5 job I did not like, but I started to do what I was passionate about, which was making YouTube videos. I had this intention of adding value to other people. Going the extra mile is something I call this too. If you want to set yourself apart from people at your company, where you work, or your own business, go the extra mile. I put over 2,000 YouTube videos out. I give away a lot of things for free. There are certain things I do charge for, live events, stuff like that. Some 21-day challenges I do. But even then, I charge $67 for a 21-day challenge. Sometimes I'll go live like 10 to 15 times in that 21 days. And I over-deliver like crazy because it feels good to me, even when I do charge. But I give away so much stuff for free that you could never do anything I do that's paid and still get value. That's my belief, at least. But because of that, it's like the energy flows through me. Now, the thing that trips up a lot of people is they're all focused on getting the money. I want to get the money. I want to get the money. When I used to sell women's shoes back in, up until 2017, if I went into work and I was like, I want to sell $4,000 worth of shoes because that's $200 of commission. I want to sell shoes. I want to sell shoes. Customers come in. I'm then trying to not manipulate them, but I'm trying to see them. I see them as a way for me to make my goal. It is manipulation. What I eventually learned is when I went into work and instead of trying to hit my goal, I focused on the energy. I focused on adding value. I focused on having fun, showing my personality, emotionally elevating their state, whether they bought or not. I would have the best days. Because I'm more myself. I'm more in my own authentic vibration. I'm not trying to manipulate people to get what I want. I'm in a high vibrational state. So I'd focus more on raising my vibration. Having fun, adding value. And even now on YouTube, I want to add value. I want to help. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy these videos. So when I do that, people feel the energy off of what I'm putting out, and it has a different effect. Do you see the difference there? So when it comes to money, realize money is a side effect of the value you put out into the world. When you are getting in alignment with your purpose, when you are intending to add value to other people, and you could even say just following your excitement. So something Bashar talks a lot about. Follow your excitement, the thread of excitement. It may change what you're excited about, but you follow that in every moment you can. And then when it runs out, you do the next most exciting thing. This doesn't have to be some overarching thing like I'm excited about making videos, then live events. Those are bigger arching things, but I'm very excited about expressing myself. And you know what's funny is I realize the videos that do the best for me are the videos I'm the most myself and I'm having the most fun. I have like these 2 or 3 videos on Instagram that one got 1 million views, one got 800,000 views. They're both from the same YouTube video. There were clips from a YouTube video where I was talking about like not looking and being in the vibration, but I was like showing my personality and having a lot of fun. And 2 clips from that got like 2 million views total from like a 2-minute segment. And it was literally, that was a reflection of that energy. So I could say that even the reflection of views and abundance is also a reflection of energy. It's all energy. And when you start to make this shift, you start to realize that there's the breakthroughs are available to you, because instead of chasing the thing, you start being the version of you that you came here to be. So realize money is a side effect of the value you put out into the world. And you put value out into the world by being the most authentic you and finding your purpose. Purpose is another word for meaning. What gives you a lot of meaning in life? Some people meaning is helping people. Some people meaning is creating content. Some people meaning is a sport or an artist. There's so many different, you have to find what means something to you and focus on honing that craft. Now, another thing I'll say that really helped, that made a huge difference, was when I became aware of what is called my set point. We all have a subconscious set point for how much money we believe we are worthy of. So worthiness is a huge part of this. And the more videos I made in 2017, the more I started to, through the action, I started to feel more worthy. Through the action, I began redefining myself. I went from a 9-to-5 job of selling women's shoes, where it was normal and familiarized for me to have someone else telling me what to do, telling me when I had to come to work, what time I could take off for vacation. I didn't like it, but it was normal. It was familiarized. So eventually what I had to do is I had to become my own boss. I had to switch around the frame. I had to be the one to develop a strong work ethic. So I started making videos every single day on YouTube. Made 1 video a day. I didn't know how to edit. Had imposter syndrome. Didn't feel credible. Procrastinated for years. And then eventually I said, screw it. I'm going to start. And if there's anything that you get out of this video that I have seen people in past videos change their life from, it's from me just yelling, just start. Stop waiting. Just start. Start being this new version of you. Figure it out. You don't have to have it all figured out to start. I started making videos. Then I saw myself differently. I went from seeing myself as a 9-to-5 job goer as somebody that has a strong work ethic. And then the more momentum I created, eventually within 6 months, I quit that 9-to-5 job selling women's shoes. And I was just making videos and doing what I love. So you must become that version of you and start to value you being and creating freedom for yourself. You have to start also being willing to get into the unknown. Unknown is where all magic happens. The known is the 9-to-5 job. It's the weekly paycheck. When you commit to something, resources in your life begin to work themselves out, but you have to start. So the other thing you want to become aware of is, what is your set point? I had a set point in 2011 when I first learned about this, when I read a book called Psychocybernetics. I realized that every day I'd go into work, this top sales employees would always be at the top, the middle and sales employees in the middle, and the lower sales employees at the bottom, because we'd see the sales from the day before. I said, what is my self-image? Well, every day going to work, I'm right in the middle. I'm like an average sales employee. So what I did is I started to think, feel, and act as a top sales version of myself. I modeled that version of me, body language. I greeted customers like that version of me would. I started to embody that energy. Within a few short days, I was at the top of that list consistently. And what I realized is a few things. One, the top sales version of Aaron greeted every customer. Did not select certain customers. Greeted everybody. That version of me showed my personality. That version of me had fun. That version of me went above and beyond. Instead of me bringing out one shoe, I'd bring out 3 or 4 shoes. I'd have the courage to bring out other things I think they would like. What ended up happening, and then even after they bought the shoes, I would wrap up the shoes in a certain way that looked very special, and I would bring it around the counter to them, and it was just stuff that other sales employees I worked with didn't do. Why did I do it? Because it wired in my mind, this is the kind of person I am. I go above and beyond, the extra mile. I changed my self-image. The idea behind Psychocybernetics is that we all have a set point self-image that we subconsciously try to remain in. So if you have a 9-to-5 sales job, self-image that only gets paid $50,000 a year or $30,000 a year, subconsciously, it's your comfort zone. And what you want to do is become aware of what that is and then step into the unknown and begin to transform it and to see yourself differently. That's where you start to create inside-out transformation. Now, I use that same thing to become a YouTuber. I thought, felt, acted equal to, in my imagination, the 9-to-5 job goer. Instead of that, the full-time YouTuber. And within a few short months, my whole entire life changed. And then I've done that again years later to be doing live events with hundreds of people. Speaking on stage for sometimes 2 or 3 days straight, 8 hours a day. Same thing. You can use this in any area of your life. Now, the degree to which you're adding value to others and that you're in alignment with the process is the alignment to where people are willing, you create trust with people to where they're willing to trust you to be a part of their 21-day challenges. Like for me, my 21-day challenges, my live events, workshops, because I've developed a certain amount of trust, a certain amount of value. And they say, well, if I get all this stuff for free, then what if I were to do something I'd pay? And it's kind of, so in different ways, you can look into that. Now also having a mentor, having somebody that's already doing what you're doing, looking at how they do it, working with them, being around their energy, that can be helpful too. Now, one thing I'm going to be doing is I feel very inspired lately. I've been really redefining what abundance is for me, because even though I've attained a certain amount of success, I've been going through a process recently of actually letting go of a lot of things. I've had storage units full of stuff, and I'm moving now to California to live a lifestyle by the beach, and I'm realizing what abundance really is for me. And part of that is getting rid of stuff that I've stored for years in storage units, even simplifying my life in certain ways. And I'm learning a lot about abundance and how to really create my dream lifestyle because I'm realizing some of the shadow work for me is holding on, money has been a subconscious form of control. Money is also very often connected to the dad energy, because dad is masculine and connected to purpose. So if there's an imbalance or not trust there, it'll block certain areas of our life. So something I'm going to be doing is a 21-day magnetic abundance challenge. It's going to start on September 25th. And it'll be for 21 days. If you want to join, I'll make sure this video goes out when there's enrollment open. If you want to join the 21-day magnetic abundance challenge, learn how to go full-time doing what you love, live in abundance, go out of lack mentality into abundance, then go ahead and click the link below. Join the 21-day magnetic abundance challenge. We're going to be going live, doing live meditations, live hot seat coaching, videos that help you to transform yourself from the inside out. So this might be something that resonates with you. You can click the link below to check it out. And if you want one of my most popular meditations on abundance, I've seen the comments of people saying that money just literally popped into their life when they started doing this meditation. Go ahead and look at this meditation. I'll go and pitch it. I'll go and post it right here. It's thinking and growing rich in this meditation. This is what this meditation will help you do. So do this meditation for 21 days. Watch how much your life changes. I'll go and put it right here. This meditation will reprogram your mind for abundance.